meteorologist Chad Merrill with your full 7-day forecast.
We've had high temperature records shattered this summer. Well, this morning, Beckley Airport got down to 44 degrees. The record for the day is 34, the high 69, the average 80 degrees. But for those of you in Bluefield at the Mercer County Airport, you are 1 degree away from tying the record low for today of 44 degrees, the high 69, average 78 degrees. Now, we will have a cold night ahead tonight. Now, these records that I'm showing you are from the airports. They only date back to 1959 to 1963, and tomorrow morning's record lows for both of those airports will be shattered. Now, when you look collectively in the Bluefield area and the Beckley area, the records are 38 to 40 degrees. I think those records are safe, but not for the airports. So tomorrow evening we'll probably have a couple of record lows specifically for those two airports, just to put things in perspective for you. We've dropped down to 62 in Harmon, 61 in Davis. Farther south, our temperatures are in the upper 60s to around 70 degrees, but it's the dew points that we focus on with nights like this, with clear skies and a light wind. Dew points are in the upper 30s to lower 40s. That's exactly where the temperature is going to be when you wake up tomorrow morning. Now, it is absolutely gorgeous outside. There's absolutely very little rain across the entire country. No severe weather, a couple of showers in the northeast, a couple of showers and storms along the front range of the Rockies. So for tonight, we're looking at a little bit of patchy frost in the western Greenbrier and Pocahontas County area. Now, there's no frost advisory issued because it has to be widespread for the National Weather Service to issue it. These are going to be very spotty areas, and we're talking about the highest ridges and the deepest valleys. Most of us will be in the low 40s. Those locations will be in the mid 30s. Very few aches and pains thanks to this forecast as well, with high pressure in place. Your ARH More for Appalachia forecast. We have high pressure until next week, and then it starts to drop off just a bit. Here's the heat: 100 in Houston, 109 in San Angelo. Here is the heat dome, and it's slowly going to expand east. The good news is, while temperatures warm into the 80s this weekend, the dew points are going to be relatively low. We don't have to worry about the mugginess factor until we get to Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Cold front drops from New England southward. I think it's going to bypass most of our area to the east, and we continue to bake. The problem is we have very little rain over the next 7 days, so the drought is going to worsen and expand through the Tennessee and Ohio Valley into the southern plains. Very little rain actually through Labor Day. We need a tropical system, and there's really nothing on the horizon. This is the tropical satellite. What you see here is a band of clouds associated with a front and a couple of areas of storms coming off the coast of Africa, but we don't have anything going on at the moment. Now, as for your 7-day forecast, we start out with a little bit of frost in western Greenbrier and Pocahontas. We also start out with a little fog in places like Oak Hill and Fayetteville, and then we get into sunshine, 72 degrees. So a carbon copy tomorrow of what we just had today, 80 on Friday, a little bit of fog early, 83 on Saturday, we warm it up, 88. Here's where things get interesting. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday with temperatures very close to 90 degrees and the heat index about 91, 92. Now, Tuesday and Wednesday, we only have a 20 to 40% risk of an isolated storm coming over your house to bring you a little bit of rain. Otherwise, we are dry through early next week. So the drought will continue across much of the state of West Virginia. Water the garden if it hasn't dried out yet this summer. And also, if you want to keep the grass green, water that as well. That's your 7-day forecast. More news after the break.